Hey everybody, Seth with Everyman Prepping here. How's everybody doing? Is everybody ready for this winter to end? Get to springtime, get out there with the chickens as they're roaming around. That's my chickens. Everybody should get out of the way. You can see they're that's some broccoli, some winter broccoli they're devouring right there. So if you've been following this channel for any time, you know I love chickens. I think everybody should have chickens if you have the room, the space. Your HOA doesn't freak out, whatever. They're great to have. You know, they produce food. They produce eggs. You can, meat if you want to eat them. They are great at disposing of excess material. They turn, your compost, your scrap food into eggs. What do they give you in return besides eggs? They give you compost. Their poop is great. Save it, keep it. Make sure you, let it sit around and marinate for about 6 months so it's not too hot when you put it in the garden. But you put that back in the garden, grow more veggies, give veggies to chickens. They make eggs. Great system. So why am I talking about this right now? We're going to get into other stories too. We got a few other things to talk about, but we got the egg crisis, egg inflation going on. Is it manufactured? Some say yes, some say no. I'm leaning towards yes because, you see stuff on the, on X or other sites where people in Mexico, China are making fun of Americans because their eggs are so cheap. So if all these other countries aren't having egg inflation, why the United States? Well, it's because you got the government coming in and they're telling these egg hatcheries, these chicken farms to kill millions and millions of birds when there's a slightest sniffle from one of your birds getting sick. And it's causing this, I believe, manufactured egg crisis. Now, right now, they want to import 70 to 100 million eggs from other countries. From China, Mexico, who knows where they're coming from. Definitely not going to be as fresh as, these girls pumping them out. So if you can do it, get yourself some eggs. Get yourself some chickens. And raise them up. They're great for the kids to play with, or, to learn about, taking care of animals and how we get our food. They eat bugs. That's the greatest thing ever. So, having trouble with egg inflation in your area, whatever, see if you can get some chickens that are very easy to maintain. One of the easiest backyard animals to maintain. You give them some food, a little space, a little water, and they take care of themselves. They go out in the morning, they bring themselves in, you lock the door, keep them safe. Get yourself some chickens. So what else do we want to talk about? We got Trump out there every day saying, some crazy things. He says good things, crazy things. I don't know if he's just like throwing everything out there and see what sticks to the wall. But we're going to talk a little bit about that. Talk about some the financial markets coming up, and that's it. Keep it relatively short today. But I don't have the video because I don't want to put it up. But Trump on his on his Truth Social network put out a video of Trump Gaza. Everything's a Trump hotel. And this is a AI-generated video. Search it out, you'll find it. Where they're saying this is Gaza now. It's a destroyed, mangled up place, and it says this is what's coming. And it's a Trumpy on the beach with Netanyahu and Elon Musk throwing money, eating, dancing with women. A huge golden Trump statue on the beach. No idea what he's going after that, but that's basically, if you ask me, an invitation to people don't like Trump or the Americans so well to kind of come after us. Maybe come after our Trump hotel. I don't know. I thought it was crazy. Check it out if you can find it. But let's look at some other stuff. So this came out earlier. And remember, Trump said, I'm going to end that war in 24 hours. When I get elected, it's going to be over. Well, obviously, that hasn't happened. And then he says, I'm going to make a peace deal. It's going to happen. There's going to be peace there. And we're going to go from there. Well, that's not really happening either. Because listen to this. I'm going to put it up here. Let's listen to this really quickly. About what he says. The reporter asks, what is Ukraine getting out of this rare earth mineral deal that you've been hearing about? Everybody's been hearing about it. By the way, most of those rare earth minerals are on land currently occupied by Russia, so you're going to have to kind of kick them out, but no one's talking about that. So this is a reporter asking, what does Ukraine get from this deal? And let's listen to what he says.
Ukraine and this mineral deal, what does Ukraine get in return, Mr. President?
$350 billion and lots of...
What? We're going to give them $350 billion? I know we get some minerals, but okay, so more money, more debt.
Equipment and military equipment and the right to fight on and...
Military equipment and the right to fight on. So that doesn't sound like a ceasefire, doesn't sound like a peace deal. It sounds like we're ramping up the war.
Originally the right to fight. Look, Ukraine, I will say they're very brave and they're good soldiers, but without the United States and its money and its military equipment, this war would have been over in a very short period of time.
So it doesn't sound like we're going for peace. I think you can read that off what Putin's been saying lately, where they're like, we don't know what Trump's doing with this peace deal. We don't understand it. We haven't seen it. So Zelensky's stopping by today, I believe, or tomorrow. I don't know. He's stopping by the White House, and we'll see what happens. But it doesn't look like we're going for peace. And then moving on from there, we have Trump talking about the European Union. And basically, as you can see what I put up here, he says the European Union was formed to screw the United States. You can hear it yourself here.
I love the countries of Europe. I love all countries, frankly, all different. But the European Union's it was formed in order to screw the United States. I mean, look, let's be honest. The European Union was formed in order to screw the United States.
Now, as I wrote here, as you can see, I said he's not lying because, if you look at the tariffs that the EU puts on American goods going over there, they're not just 10 or 15%. Some are 70, 100, 200%. The United States wants to keep Europe down because that keeps our dollar strong. We want them to want our dollar. We want their currency, the euro, to be low. So they try to band together to fight the United States. So he's not lying. And basically he wants to go to a financial war with them. 25% tariffs on your European goods now put out today. We'll see if he actually pulls the trigger. We know what he did with Mexico and Canada. He said he's going to do it. Then he said, we're going to wait till March 1st. So we'll see what happens in a few days from there too. But could be just Trump loves to bluff. He loves to come in negotiating crazy things up first, ask for everything, and then finally settle what you really want. It's one of his tactics. So eventually that's going to backfire on the world. Putin knows he does that, North Korea, China. So we'll see how it plays out. But we'll see how these tariff goes. There's going to be pain for the American people if all these tariffs do come in. Things will be expensive for a while, and maybe forever. We'll see. Talk about, you see behind me, you got the gold and silver here, behind me. People are running to gold. Tons of gold getting out of the Bank of England, coming to the United States. Are they filling up Fort Knox for the audit that Trump says he wants to do? Will that happen? Who knows? If it was empty or partially empty, are they just trying to fill it now? I don't know. But a lot of gold's coming. People are buying gold. Hedge funds are buying gold. We're going to see a CNBC article here in a minute. But gold, $29.15 right now. Silver, $31.86. Silver's lagging. The gold to silver ratio is like 92, which is ridiculous. It should be like in the 60s or lower. But silver will catch up, if you ask me. Not financial advice, but let's go back here. But I believe it will catch up. Gold's going to hit 3,000. I thought it might have been this week, but maybe next week. We're going to wait to see how some of the earnings come out. And today, speaking of earnings, we have NVIDIA coming out. And it depends on NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA is going to basically poop the bed after the earnings come out. Right now, the S&P is at 7 plus 7. I think that's going to go red. It says it's first time positive in 5 sessions. We shall see. But I don't think it's going to look good for the market. I think it's going to be taking a big hit in the after hours with NVIDIA. I don't think the earnings are going to show it. And you're going to see basically people run to gold. I think there was this article here. Yeah, the Federal Reserve's favorite recession indicator is flashing a danger sign again. Traders are pouring into gold ETFs at record pace. So not only are hedge funds buying paper gold, but many billionaires, other funds, banks are asking for physical delivery of gold, taking the actual physical stuff, put it in their vaults, because if you don't hold it, you don't own it. So take their advice. Do what rich people do. Buy stuff, physically hold it. That's just not for gold and silver. It's for anything. And crypto as well. In fact, let's look at crypto. Let me go to the crypto here. Crypto's tanking. You got Bitcoin. It's down 10% last week. It's down to 85,000. It was over 100,000 just a few short months ago. So is this a buy the dip time? Not any advice from me, but I don't know if anybody's into crypto, but Bitcoin's taking a hit. It might go to the 70s, people say. The XRP army out there, very loud, very boisterous. They're down to 220. It was over $3 at one time. So yeah, cryptos are taking a hit. Gold and silver are holding in there. Like I said, I think gold's gonna hit 3,000. So we'll see where all this ends up going. But you gotta do what you can to protect yourself, diversify. We'll see what happens to those dollars in your bank, all that. So that's what I have for you today. Just a couple quick stories. Most importantly, get ready for springtime. Not only with these beautiful girls behind you, but your seeds, your compost, your potatoes if you're going to plant them, anything, because the more independent you are, the more you're isolated from the swings in prices of food, lack of food, all that stuff. So springtime, let's get out there. I know it's not springtime yet. People in the Northwest and all that, they're still in snow and freezing, but you can still get ready. It's time to start those seeds in your basements where it's warm. You can get some grow lights, all that stuff. So love to hear your comments below if you enjoyed the video. Until next time, keep your ear to the ground, head on a swivel.